What is the best web hosting for beginners? This is a very common question and one that must be answered very carefully because there are different needs. For each website profile and for each person who is starting the process of creating a website or their own business. The first factor to consider is site speed. The faster the hosting company's servers. Reminding you that in the video description and in the first pinned comment, there is a link to the best website hosting of 2023. By clicking on the link and buying a 1-year plan or more, you will be purchasing a plan with an additional discount. Enjoy. Faster. Your website will be the end result is directly connected to the speed of your server. The more modern the company's data center, the faster your website will be. For beginners, it is also important to consider the ease of use of these platforms. Companies that opt for simple panels with auto-installers to facilitate the process of installing tools like WordPress, Magento, Joomla, or any other CMS should top the list for beginners. Since a person who is starting still does not have the necessary technical knowledge to solve problems on your own. Taking advantage of this point, technical support is the third most important item on our list. Qualified technical support to serve people with little or no knowledge of developing and creating websites. Qualified technical support to know the main tools for creating low-code or no-code websites in the current market, such as WordPress, which is the most used tool in the world for creating websites. Taking this into account, the third and final point is the price. It is not the most important factor on the list, but it is an important one. It has its importance because it is a decisive factor for many people. Let's now go to the computer screen to be able to follow two large hosting companies that are gaining more and more market share, mainly due to the speed of their servers, the quality of technical support, and ease of use. The first company on the list is Hosting, considered by many to be one of the best web hosting companies in the world. It has extremely cheap plans starting from $1.99 per month. Remembering that all promotional value must be considered in annual or greater plans. Ideally, the plan should last for 2 or 3 years so that you can take advantage of the best price. Plans with a shorter duration change the value. Here, the most recommended plan is the premium one. The most recommended plan by our channel is Business, because it allows a higher data transfer rate, greater access volume. An observation that must be taken into account. The number of monthly visits quoted within the website is not a limitation. It's just a suggestion for you to calculate your website traffic. How it works. If you average between 25 and 30,000 on your website every month, you can opt for the premium web host plan. If your traffic is more than 25 or 30,000, you can opt for business web host plan. It is just indicative of which plan you should choose according to the traffic you have or what you expect to have. How should you calculate this? Think of all the marketing effort you are going to put in. You will publicize your website. You will sell products. You will generate paid traffic. How much are you going to invest? And from there, you can get an idea of how many people access your website every day. With that number in mind, you can choose the best hosting plan for you. Our team's most recommended plan for beginners. It's the Business Web Host. As you gain knowledge and your business grows, you can easily upgrade your plan. Moving to a VPS or a cloud plan, the second recommended company, our list is DreamHost, a very recognized company with a long time in the market and with considerable plans with considerable prices. With excellent prices compared to most of the market, however, she has some issues you should consider when purchasing your plan. Come on. The first point you must take into account. It is information about web, unlimited sites. The unlimited SSD. What about unlimited traffic? The company has very high quality services. It is a company with a quality comparable to Hostinger in several services. However, this information is linked to the service contract from DreamHost, which makes it clear to you that it is limited. It's not really unlimited. You have unlimited space, as long as you don't generate any kind of overload on the server. How about overload? I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a file on your website, and thousands of people download that file every day. It will generate an overload of writing and reading the HD or SSD, which is the information that is here. At that moment, DreamHost will invite you to change to a private VPS server. So there are limitations that are not based on how many gigs of space you are going to occupy inside the server, but in the frequency of use of your files. Most sites will not be affected by this usage policy. If you have sites that will receive a lot of hits, a lot of reading or writing data, a lot of file downloads, you shouldn't opt for the shared plan, but for the VPS plan. DreamHost private server, taking into account DreamHost VPS, you also have the option of VPS. Within Hostinger, including the VPS Cyber Panel, which is one of the best VPS services in the world. And here you have prices as competitive or even better than DreamHost. Which of the two is better? Both companies have quality. In performance, the two companies suffer a technical tie. Is it a matter of choice for which type of use are you going to make it? In most cases, we host customers on Hostinger, because Hostinger has a more flexible server usage policy, which allows for more diverse usage without any problems. I hope it's clear to you which of the two companies you should choose, as web hosting for beginners are shared hosting plans. Website plan, shared hosting, this is recommended for beginners. VPS, private servers are only recommended for intermediate or advanced users. If you are a beginner, opt for Hostinger's Business Web Host plan, or you could opt for DreamHost's Shared Unlimited plan. However, take into consideration their disk usage policy. It's very restrictive. It's way stricter than Hostinger's usage policy. 200 gigabytes of SSD space is more than enough for most websites you're going to have running these days. More than 200 gigabytes is very unlikely that you are going to use. This plan is the most recommended among the web hosting plans for beginners in 2023 and 2022. I hope I helped you. They have a link in the description for each of these companies. By purchasing through the link, you will get a special discount on plans of 1 year or more. There is also a discount coupon for Hostinger plans. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Watch the next videos about shared hosting, private servers, dedicated servers, about installing WordPress, and other topics we have here on the channel. And until the next video.